My name's Forrest Gump. You can call me Forrest Gump. I'm here doing I'm lying in bed again on my back, and let's go into quick pick. I got a lot of stuff to show you, and hope my voice lasts, and hope I got some interesting things to say, because let's go. Enough talking. Last time I showed you some screenshots over there, and now I want to show you some new screenshots. Okay, let's start out going here. This kind of where my wife and kids sleep, like it's kind of a prison. Of course, all the houses in Cambodia are like prisons in some sense. They've got bars on the windows. That's to keep the people outside that you don't want to come inside. A lot of people can climb real good and get in windows and stuff. So that's looking out on our street. It's kind of not so pretty there, but those trees will bloom. Let's go on to this. This is a picture of me in my bedroom. This is about a year ago, when I had one laptop over here, and I just sitting there with one leg. I've really got two legs. You know, I just got shot in the butt. I didn't get shot in the legs. And there's another laptop right over there. There's about 5 laptops in this room. That's my bed I sleep in on the bottom. And there's kind of my lumpy kind of elephant. See him there? He's like a stuffed elephant. Now, I really want to talk about mathematics today, but it's so hard. There's a view out to the street. There's a lot I could say about that. This is a school across the street here. We live in amongst about 5 schools, from K through 12. Some are public, some are private, but I don't teach at all. My wife gets jealous if I teach the young girls, or even not so young girls. So there's another view out there. I know these are not pretty views. I can't help it, and I don't have the pretty view of our street. But it's really pretty. We live in a valley, and there's some mountains. We cannot see the ocean from this house, which is fine with me. It gets kind of boring. That's the Gulf of Thailand I'm talking about, the ocean, part of the Pacific Ocean. This is kind of a dusk shot, meaning near dark, taken with ambient light, I guess. And that's like our, I don't know what you call it, that's the den that the kids play in. That's our kitchen. It's kind of, my wife don't use it anymore. She goes to the restaurant. And it's kind of a sculpture. I don't know why I wanted a sculpture, but I didn't. That's not an original sculpture by me, but it's an original rendition by my Tina, let me call her Tina, and Juliet doing the plaster work. And let's go on. There's another view from the balcony. I don't know if you can see Tina down at the bottom there. I see her face right there. You can't see? Let me go a little closer. See that? That's kind of a candid camera. God, I don't sound much like Forrest Gump today. Here's our tree we had growing inside. We had birds living in there. Well, things change. Now the roof lakes, and there's a balcony up there looking down to the den area down here. And there's a sculpture again. I forget who did it. I'd give him credit if I could. And there's Tina in there when she used to cook it. Of course, the fumes would get all over the house. This little event thing doesn't do much good. They wouldn't put a fan in there like I suggested. Anyhow, she does the cooking at the restaurant now. And there's a view from one of the 4 bedrooms. There's a view from outside the bedroom. There's that tree that had birds living in it. You can probably see the birds in there. Well, I don't want. Well, there were two birds in there. They were happily married. And this, you see, we ran out of money. That's kind of an elephant sculpture on the wall. It's kind of a small sculpture. This little area here, which ain't really the area, little, it's not a small area, is what I'm trying to say. I was going to put a dinosaur in there, a big T-Rex, because they're kind of popular nowadays. Everybody got a T-Rex in their living room. Oh, by the way, I haven't shown you the living room, but we ran out of money, like I said, and either want to put a grand piano there or a T-Rex. I couldn't decide, and we didn't have no money anyways. Okay, that's like looking into the Tina's bedroom, and that's looking up to the two rear bedrooms, and you know that guy. I won't go into that. And this I can sort of read you in Khmer, but it would take me so long to read it. Well, I'll read it anyhow, just for the hell of that. How I can't read it. Min at Tvajia Manu Tabong. That means the first person. It's something like it's saying in English, will you be my first love? But I better read it over again because I forgot what it says. Anyhow, these are two sparrows, and they're making a heart. That's nice, isn't that? And this I don't think I'll go into, but you can make, using characters, you can kind of write these words out, you know. Now this is interesting. This is a family tree. Selznick, and hit that blue thing, you can see his family tree and see how Albie Selznick down here at the bottom there found Morse Kaplan, who lived in Hyde Park, went to the University of Illinois. Stupid May. Stupid is as stupid does. He went to the University of Chicago, and his son was a PhD in chemistry from University of Chicago, ended up a college dean in Los Angeles. Like, well, some other people, you know. A lot of people do a lot of different things. I don't know if I should go into this. Whoa, we're getting that Hudson Rock again. Watch out, folks. This, of course, is the first sentence of Gone with the Wind. And let me tell you more about it. That's about 300 words or so. I didn't count them, but it's talking about her. And, of course, Stuart and Brent Tarleton are sitting with her on the porch. And, of course, David O. Selznick, he made this movie about 1 million years ago. It was very popular because Olivia de Havilland was in it. And, of course, she's still alive and kicking. And all the other people died, you know, like Ashley Wilkes died in a plane crash, didn't he? Over the bay of somewhere off the Canary Islands. Oh, let's not go this. This shows the hottest day in, let me find it here, 1984, February 12th. That's Lincoln's birthday. How do I know? I was on Mount Trashmore skiing. February 12th, it was 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go on and get some better things here. And I don't want to get into SIFT. I don't even know what it means. Maybe I can find out what it means. Oh, here's a little box. Whoa, there it means scale invariant feature transform. I'm on my Android Xperia, Sony kind of. Let's go. Now we're back into my images. Oh, this is I'll just let you read it. I won't say it because this is bad words. I don't use bad words. It says, I almost hit another Hudson Rock over there. This guy said, F and F, and everybody understood him. I don't know. I thought that was funny. Here's something that would interest one of you who works for the FDA. Well, I don't know if it's so long to get into. I drink a product called Lactosoy, and it's chocolate milk, and the FDA tried to ban it in the USA or something like that. And I don't know. The U.S. kind of pokes its business into everywhere. It's a product made of Thailand, by the way. And the word is, you don't even see the name Lactosoy here because I cut it off. But anyway, if you want to go to Mr. Greaves, Donald W. Greaves, you can complain about food or something. I don't even have a date on this. There's another one person, some of you might know this. Roberta Wagner. Sure, some of you know her. Here's a movie called Fearless Feigenbaums in 1952. You know, when you were like a little kid. And look at that, Keenan Wynn was in it, Janet Leigh. Who's Carlton Carpenter? Oh, well. I remember that because it was about a lion, that movie. It was before The Lion King. It was called Fearless Fagin. I don't know why, but it was a lion. Here's a picture which is a live shot in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. And I don't know what they're looking at, but this was the night that King Sihanouk died. Well, at least he got returned to Phnom Penh for, what do you call it, the funeral, I guess. And these people are looking like in awe, like a flying saucer's landed. That's not a mosque, by the way. It might be. I don't know what it is. These are Khmer people. And they're like in awe. Of course, that lady's on her telephone. Right there, it's stuck in her ear. You know, you might think God has been reborn and resuscitated. But I think they're just looking at fireworks. I really do. And that's all I want to say about that. I was going to hang that photo on my wall. Because I think it's just so awe-inspiring. Here's a guy named Mitchell J. Feigenbaum. He's a mathematical physicist. And, of course, he was a Ukrainian. See it down at the bottom there? He was a Ukrainian Jew, which is what I am, believe it or not. And here's a picture of Mitchell. And, I could just tell you, they apparently made a lot of money in the stock market because they used their mathematics. But the one we really know who made a lot of money in the stock market was, what's his name? Simons. I'm not sure his first name, Richard maybe. Richard Simons. I mean, he's famous. He was a Berkeley professor. And he made so much money in the stock market, more than this Mitchell Feigenbaum did. And Joel Leibowitz, see Joel Leibowitz over there? That is kind of nice. They could be your uncles, huh? They could be my uncles. Did they come from the Ukraine? Yeah, they're Ukrainian. And of course, Ukrainian is all mixed up with the Lithuanian and the Polish. Anyway, I was telling you about Simons. He's a Simons Foundation, and that guy made so much money. The funny thing is, they made a movie about this guy named Burris. Oh, who's Burris? He sounds like a Greek name. That's the movie The Big Short, you know, which is a big sham. I didn't like that movie that much. I really didn't. I thought The Wolf of Wall Street was better. A better made film, let's put it that way. Let's go on. Oh, let's just skip that, except for this result right here. See that .207? How do you think they got that? Here's how they got it. See that .207 again? That's what you get when you take I, which is the square root of -1, and raise it to the square root of -1 power. Well, isn't that dandy? So if you got nothing better to do, you can sit there and try to raise the value I, which is an imaginary unit. Raise it to the imaginary unit power, and what are you going to get? Well, you might get the almighty, transcendental. You might explain the universe, for all knows. All anybody knows. That means that number 0.2078, whatever, that's God. Now here's, I'm into Feigenbaums because I went to school with Nick A. Feigenbaum. Nee Frankel. No, she was Nee Feigenbaum. Let's put it this way. Nicole Silver is Nee Feigenbaum. And, of course, I was friends with her mother, Lillian, about a million years ago. And we used to talk about Henri Bergson, who won the Nobel Prize for writing a big fantasy about time. And the same year Einstein was writing about time. And it's funny, Bergson got the Nobel Prize for time, and Einstein didn't. He got it for, photons. And anyway, I'll tell you about Nikki later. Here's just a little city up in Brazil called, I don't read Portuguese much at all, put it that way, Grau Mogul. And I have no idea what it means. Look up Wikipedia. But I do know what pare means, or pare, because it's octagonal red. It means stop, don't you think? Okay, let's go on. That Brazil is really, I don't know, I like that little town. Some kind of mountains. And here's that view I showed you in another video. Some of you might know what that is. I kind of think that is a beautiful strip of hotels. And I just don't know what city it is. I would guess Miami Beach, but I've never been to Miami Beach. You know why? I always thought Florida was too humid. Kind of gets you sticky, and just you feel all icky because you're sticky. And I moved to Cambodia, which is twice as humid as Florida. Anyway, this Kathleen Ball Snore has got a beautiful picture, and I would like to know where it is. Could be Chesapeake Bay, I don't know where it is. Now this here, none of you will know and recognize this beautiful photo of this hotel. That is the Hotel Carlton in Berkeley, California, about 200 meters from Sproul or Sproul. It's funny, I went there. I lived there for a year and a half. I don't even know if I call it Sproul or Sproul. Probably Sproul. Sproul Plaza. Anyhow, this hotel's walking distance. In about 2 minutes, you'll be at Sproul Plaza and you can fight with the pigs. Yeah, the nice pigs. Not like that pig that I showed you before. Well, I got nothing against pigs. In fact, we used to live near some pigs here in Selznick. Now here's a beautiful picture. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I don't want to invade their privacy, but I just think that's a gorgeous pastel picture. Excuse me. I just got to go pee. Or maybe I had too much Dr. Pepper. I don't know what that was. I was kind of burping. I don't know where that was taken. I have to ask the guy. Here's that quote about Scalia, about the eulogy his son did, who's a reverend, Mr. Justice Scalia's son is a reverend. And that's about all I have to say about that, except that I believe the Jewish homeland should be in the Pale. And I wish we had gotten that Ukraine, Lithuania, Poland. I wish we'd got it instead of all died in it, because that's where Israel should have been. free file and all that. This guy was helping me, this guy named Emad Nujamum. His name was so funny. He really helped me a lot, by the way. He's real nice. These people on Quora.com. That name was so strange to me. I thought it was anagram backwards or something. Like it's made, M-A-D-E, instead of E-M-A, day. And I tried writing it backwards, like Dame Mejun. But I don't know if it's his real name or not. Anyhow, he's an expert on Mathematica, which it's got to do with the... Hey, I don't think I'm recording. Well, I'm going to keep talking. I may do this whole thing over. I don't have the little recording icon open there. Oh, my God. Okay, let me just do one thing more because I have to check to see if I'm actually recording. Here's a quote, getting back to the math thing of what we should do in math. It says here, this is from Bill Thurston, who I think he was a Berkeley professor. Well, he probably was at Princeton too, and he was probably everywhere. And he died a few years back, and he was a Fields medalist. I got a lot to say about Terry Tao, but since I'm not even recording, I'm not going to say it. It says right here, Bill said, I have spent a fair amount of time, of effort, during periods of my career, exploring mathematical questions by computer, the standard of correctness and completeness necessary to get a computer program to work at all is a couple orders of magnitude higher than the mathematical community's standard of valid proofs. He's trying to say, what the fuck are we doing with these proofs? We're writing a 500-page proof. You might as well write a 500-page computer program. It's a lot more, what does he call it? Standard of correct. It's got higher standards. It's not all this symbolic garbage that there's 5 people in the world understand. I got a lot to say about that, but now I just want to show you this, and I know I'm going to have to do it over because I'm not recording even, but in about 400 words, Margaret Mitchell, the author of Gone with the Wind, is already talking about Charlotte O'Hara's breasts, which is a difficult word to say. Tits is a lot easier, but that's not polite. Okay, it says here, and this is on page 2 of Gone with the Wind, Margaret Mitchell, probably the greatest. She was so cool, like a tomboy, and she died because she was hit by a car. And by the way, so was, what's his name? Pierre Curie? Curie. Whew, I studied all that stuff. I should know. Madame Curie's husband was killed by a horse-drawn cart or something. I got that from the movie. Okay, the dress set off on the 17-inch waist, the smallest in 3 counties, and the tight-fitting basque showed breasts well matured for her 16 years. Well, did you know that Scarlett O'Hara was 16 years old? You probably thought she was about 30. 35. Vivian Leigh was 35 or so during that. 30 years old. And you know, Olivia, who played Melanie, was actually younger. She was about 18 or something. Olivia was 18, and Vivian was 32, say. Well, you know, no, that's crazy. Vivian Leigh was, I'd say 25. But still, Olivia was younger, and she played the older cousin or whatever. All right, so already on the second page, we're talking about blind transform, and the Hadamard transform, which I really want to talk about at some later time. Because the Hadamard transform is zeros and ones. It's an amazing thing. And I'm at the end now, so let me just cut this off. And I'll say this probably didn't record a damn thing because I don't see the little icon for recording. So this is Forrest Gump. You can call me stupid. Bye-bye.